Okay, I've had my computer sent off to Dell twice now, and they have not fixed anything that I requested. This letter here shows that they ran a complete diagnosis and couldn't replicate the issues that I was saying. The issues that I had were CD and DVD drive would not read CDs or DVDs. The keyboard, that was actually one of the things they fixed the first time I sent it off. They ended up replacing this Dell for some reason. They claimed it was broken. It wasn't. This speaker here pops and cracks at higher volumes. The thing always is overheated. It's always run hot. So hot you can't even put it on your leg. It gets up to like 180 degrees according to the Windows gadget that I have. I actually have two hard drives on this. Both of them are operating Windows 7. This computer first came out with Windows Vista. Long story, they said, well, just buy it. They'll send you Windows 7 for free later. They didn't. They went through a hassle. I called up, asked for it, and then when I called up again later, I called in January, I called later in like April or May, I said, oh, that was a one-time program and you're supposed to sign up for it, and then that has since expired in March, so you're not eligible. So they tried to screw me out of that. I was also supposed to get a $50 coupon towards Dell. Never got that. I bitched and moaned about that, and they finally gave me another hard drive, I think it was, along with the hard drive plate for the second drive, because I only ordered one originally, and they gave me the mounting hardware, the screws and stuff like that. And it wasn't what I wanted, but at least I got something. I was ticked off about that. It took forever. I spent so many hours wasting my life on this thing. Paid $1,400 for this. This is a Studio 1747. So now I have it back, and they can't. Okay, the headphone jack. One of the headphone jacks did not work, and it was this one right here. The other thing is it runs hot, and then the fan doesn't even spin. It'll have 0 RPM on the fan when you see it on the gadget. I have to go to the other hard drive. I don't know which hard drive I'm on right now, and now they've switched over to Windows 8, so they no longer have gadgets, they have apps. So I'm hoping that the app is still on there, or I don't know, I'm going to have to figure something else out. But now I'm testing it, and this jack right here produces a little bit of sound, but next to nothing. And when you hear the difference between when I pull this out and stick it in this jack, because I've got it running through my surround sound home theater system, it's just ridiculous. The difference, the disparity, and how they weren't able just to find this one thing. They couldn't find all the rest. Never mind the fact that the fan won't spin, but the level of volume here, they say, oh no, it's perfectly fine. It's been there twice. So now the third time, we're going to have somebody take over the computer, try to see what's going on. Because when I game or anything and it gets too hot, it shuts down. It cuts off. I can't even get internet. It'll disconnect from the internet. So let's see the difference in volume right here. Can you hear that? Just barely. Let's try it here. See the difference in volume? Difference in volume. So that jack is basically gone, and you're telling me that their best people were put on this twice and they couldn't discover that one issue? That's all the sound they've been able to produce out of that thing. Granted, I didn't test it the first time back. I just sent it right back, because when they said they didn't fix any of this stuff, I knew this stuff was broken. They just don't want to pay for it, because I've had this thing under warranty and I've had nothing but problems with this thing. And the computer's so old, they don't have anything even remotely close to this now. They don't sell 17-inch screens anymore. The only 17-inch screen they have is Alienware. And they didn't want to give me one of those back then when I had a problem with this darn thing. And you can see the history of this computer. It's been flawed. It was engineered wrong. It runs way too hot. And they discontinued the model. If they had a great running model, they would never get away from it. The Inspiron has been running for 10 plus years, and they still make money off that thing. And they're just continuing to make it. So clearly this thing here was a flop and they'd rather not have to do anything. So they're trying to wear me down. It's not going to happen. I'm going to wear them down.